It feels really good to remove this thing, so. Whew. I'm Jeremy Rapa. I'm a PhD student here at EPFL, and I'm really excited to tell you a bit about our initiative called Media Observatory. And this is a partnership between EPFL and Le Temps. I have plenty of things to tell you, so I will dive straight away. So I think this year we learned a few lessons, and some of which are about how brittle our communication systems are, especially online. And I think it really emphasizes why we need journalism to investigate, to bring up facts, to bring expertise, and to contextualize what we're seeing online. I would easily argue that what we're seeing online, and especially social platforms, is not built for quality journalism, but for monetizing user attention. So it means that people that are consuming content through those platforms have a hard time distinguishing between quality content and misleading information. And sadly, we know what happened to such a market in which the consumer cannot really, assess the product quality. It could depress the entire market. And of course, I mean, this is a theoretical result, but I think it applies to the current information market. We interacted during the year with a lot of researchers, journalists, students, etc. And I think everyone agrees that the problem of trust and misinformation is a multifaceted problem, and that there is no single solution to this problem. So we are providing Orbit, and what we chose to work on during this year is by providing value to the public and to the audience. We created one platform to stream, collect, and serve news articles. So it's a place that serves only news articles. And we would like to really give a service to the public. I mean, we would like to provide value to the public. And so we could also provide indicators and feed control. So we want to provide a platform on which you are in total control. You can, if you see something there, it's because you chose it, not because it's the byproduct of a very obscure algorithm. And so we would like to also add, indicator about quality and credibility of channels. We built a very complex data pipeline that streams millions of articles and reactions per month. And so we hope to, by doing so, to promote and make sustainable research in this domain. I have only 5 minutes, but I would still like to give you a glimpse of some methods that we are doing on the platform. And I would like to give you one example, which is an algorithm that is trying to guess who wrote an article. So basically, this algorithm takes as an input some textual information, so an article that has been written, right? And we are trying to make him guess who's the source. And by doing so, we can observe various very interesting patterns. So for example, we can detect syntactic patterns, right? So in this example, this is BFM TV, right? And apparently they overuse the term vraiment, which means really in French. And of course, I mean, we can debate if this is a good journalistic practice or not. But at least we can detect such small patterns with this method. We can also make emerge thematic patterns. So I took the example of Le Temps that I think it was this month, published several articles about Swiss dialects, so patois. And since this is original content, I mean, I don't think that there are a lot of news channels that discuss about Swiss dialects, right? So this is detected as original content and is attributed to Le Temps. So we extract specific characteristic from news channels. The ultimate goal of the method is to have a complete map of the information landscape. So for example, you can see an example here of this map. And the zoom here, you can see the US channels that are all grouped together. Please pay attention to USA Today and Des Moines Register, which are two news sources that are both far-right and owned by the same company. So this is something that has been captured by the method. We worked a lot with Le Temps, investigating about alternative media channels. And one of the characteristics that first appear is the fact that they provoke a lot of reaction online. So this is something that we now monitor. So you can see the alternative media channel in orange, where you have this sort of linear characteristic that are from the traditional media. So this is something we now monitor in real time on the platform. We experimented also a new way to communicate around the topic of information diffusion. So this is one article that we published in Le Temps that integrates some data aspect in it. So of course, I mean, we were a bit experimenting with that. So this one in particular is about, the mediatization of around COVID-19. And we also collaborated to investigate misinformation on the network. So we published one open source tool to observe a bit the polarization around specific issues on Twitter. So let me conclude with some results. So from yesterday, we are online. You can find our platform at this address, newsteller.io. I mean, Newsteller, yeah, it's correct. I have a phone problem. We involved more than 10 collaborators, journalists, engineers, students, so perhaps that's what matters with this project. So I would like to thank all my collaborators and everyone involved in this project. I mean, I'm very proud of what we achieved. And the platform is online. We are collecting millions of articles per month that are still indexed. So this will continue. And we'll gradually open source our method in the following weeks. As Munia was saying, we'll continue this project, both with Le Temps, but also with AGM, with Nathalie. And we'll be rethinking about formats, so we'll integrate data into news article in a more principled way, let's say. And we'll also find ways to involve experts automatically into the discussion. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm looking forward to discuss with all of you during the break. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy.